Hey everybody, welcome back to a new episode of Clone Evolution. Sorry about that false start. I started the show off and for some reason was already into the red, saying it wasn't working. And the game itself crashed instantly, as soon as the show started. So I was like, fuck it, I gotta start another show. Annoying pieces of shit. Holy shit, did I collect the last fragments that I needed to make another blue guy? Yeah, I did. Alright, so we have enough frags to make another version of him. That's good. Now, I hope everyone's doing well. I got a little bit of video game news today. Trying to remember what it is. Oh yeah, I watched some reviews about what people thought about getting the PS5 and if it was worth it getting it first. And it was actually one of the guys that does the Intellivision Amico videos. He was reviewing the PlayStation 5. Guess what his reviews were? He's like, the controller's kind of neat. He's like, the games suck. He's like, there's no fun games at all. So it's like, yeah, that's what I kind of figured. It's a nice system, has nice fancy lights, flashy controllers, but does it have anything that's not a piece of shit to play? Not that I've seen. Like, fuck, I'm going back to PS2 before I could find games that I like to play. So PS3 had a whole ton of shit fest, and fucking PS4 was a shit fest. I don't understand where gamers, well, I guess what it is, a lot of modern gamers today, they never played the PS2, so they don't know that there's consoles that are better than the ones we're playing now. I don't know, maybe PS5 will change my mind when they release some good games, but yeah, I'm definitely glad I didn't spend all that money and get a PS5. Although it's kind of shitty, I spent the money on a book instead and the book never came. So I bought a book and got nothing. That's what my experience was like, not getting the PS5. So I don't know if that's much of a better experience, but in fact it's probably a lot shittier. Who knows, maybe the book will still arrive. I shouldn't be getting down in the dumps over the book being late. It was coming from a war zone. Alright, we got some 110 gear there. 4th place. It's not too bad. I wish I was getting this level 120 red gear like Ninja. Bastard! Yeah, that was the good news that I heard about the PS5. The guy was saying that he had a whole bunch of, PS4 games that he had saved to an external hard drive. And he tried plugging that right into his PS5 to see if it could play the games. And he said, yeah, it played them no problem. So I was like, that was nice. It's backwards compatible. Yeah. Hey, Barney Stinson. Or Suki. Yeah, welcome to the show, everyone. Now, if they had some clone evolution going on the console, maybe then I'd be tempted to play it. Whoops, I clicked register for Fat Chili. I guess that's okay. Now, yesterday I kind of managed to get stuck in a position where I couldn't progress in the game, so let's hope today I can progress a little bit. Yesterday was a bit frustrating. Now, all these heroes look easy to kill. It's that level 200 guy. Level 185, don't trust it. Now, let's play this guy. I kind of wanted to see that team in action. It says my team is slightly stronger. Yeah, it sounds cheerful today. I guess I was starting to feel a little bit better. I don't know, for the past week or so, our family kind of got sick again. I don't know if it was the flu or what. Man, I was just drained. Like, I could barely stay awake. It was fucking annoying. Sleeping like, I don't know, 2 or 3 hour naps a day. Maybe it's switching weed too. I switched to indica instead of sativa. That could have helped. That sativa is just putting me to sleep too much. I don't want to be asleep all the time. Now, so I think I'm going to be back to my workout routine. My back almost isn't hurting anymore. Man, this whole November has been a bit of a rocky month. Kind of wish I would have just stayed on the Sober October bandwagon a bit longer. Figure that's what I'm going to try doing, alternating months maybe. For my birthday I'll still get a little bit wasted, maybe for Christmas, but I'm going to try to remain sober of all of December also. Holy shit, we're getting close to the victory here. Now I'm getting cheerful too that my vlogging series is getting really started, or getting close to all the gear arriving. The last of the microphone stuff I need should be arriving any day. Now I noticed getting out of the politics, man, that has like really cheered up my mood recently too. For a few weeks there I was getting too in depth with the election. It was making me sick to my stomach. So glad the election's over. And I'm so glad that Trump didn't win. If we had another 4 years of people hating on him, I don't think I could take it. So it'd be nice. He can just step back and we'll see how what's his name does. Come on, man. Now I'm thinking Biden's economy might actually do better than I was expecting. Now it's interesting, I'm looking at the feeder and it's normally staying up around the frames per rate it needs, but every once in a while it drops down into the red. Not sure what's causing it. Alright, so we managed to get a victory there. Yeah, Palestine suffering. Isn't that one of those issues? Now, I used to look into a little bit of the world politics and different places being oppressed, like Palestine. It's weird how everything tends in life to go in cycles. And I was like, how did the Palestinians end up in such a rough situation, right? Like getting oppressed by Israel. Then I checked into what's happened to different religions in the past. One of the ones is Zoroastrianism. I don't know if anyone's heard of Zoroaster. He's the prophet from that winged disc guy in my cutscenes. Jade. Anyways, they got a whole bunch of people that are suppressed as well, the Zoroastrians, except they're called the Farsis, I think. The Zoroastrian Farsis. And they got a situation that's just like Palestine, except guess where they're oppressed? They're trapped in fucking Iran, and they're oppressed by the Muslims the same way that Palestine is by the Jews. I was like, man, isn't that weird, eh? So it seems like that cycle of, it's almost like the bullying cycle, right? When a kid's a bully or gets bullied as a kid, when he gets older, the chances of him becoming a bully become even greater. Seems like I got one fail in there. Fuck. Or was it 2 fails? Son of a bitch. Now I do feel bad for the Palestinians. I was watching that one show that was showing how they take the Palestinian kids and they get them to pose in photographs. And there's all these photographers that are going around in Palestine taking photos. And they always take machine guns and they give them to the kids and like, here kids, hold the machine guns and pose for a picture. So it's like, man, what kind of lifestyle that would be. It's like not bad enough you're living in a war zone, but the propagandists make it seem even worse by getting you to take pictures with machine guns when you're a kid. Jeez, it's horrible. But I bet you any of those kids growing up in Palestine, they won't be sissies. That's for sure. I don't know. One of my most famous ancient mystery researcher, he was a Jew from Palestine, and he was alive back in, what is it, would have been the early 1900s. So yeah, he was going through some of the rough times. But it definitely made him a strong guy. You didn't hear him cowering away to too much bullshit. He could take it. Now I always figured if they ever wanted to resolve the Mideast peace crisis, they could just give the land back to the Celtic people. So like you'd had two warring religions that came into the Holy Land and been fighting to steal the land that the red-haired Celtic people used to own. And they've been fighting over it ever since. So maybe that's what they need. I was watching this one show and they were talking about how it's neat that some of the Jews still have red hair even. So it's like some of those Celtic genes survived. But it's pretty rare. Well, maybe it's rare. I don't know. I hardly know many Jewish families. Although my town does have quite a few Jewish families, even though we used to be German. Well, I guess Germans and Jews were one and the same at one point, right? Or at least partially the same. No, that's always, well, I used to subscribe to a Facebook group. It was the Zoroastrians that were fighting for their rights in Iran. But no, their website I think got shut down. I don't know what happened, or maybe I got kicked out of it. No, so whatever's happening to the Palestinian people, the Muslim people almost fulfilled this prophecy by doing it to the Zoroastrians and then having it done to themselves. Not that it's right or wrong, but well, I guess it's pretty wrong. That's why I was kind of surprised that as much as Trump did while he was leader, he got some peace stuff done in the Middle East, I think. I don't recall the rockets getting worse there. Maybe it just kept it off the news better. Wasn't there like rocket attacks every day for like a few years? Alright, so I'm going to have to watch the replay on this and see how it's recording. Hopefully it's okay. It's saying that it reaches 5,000 kilobytes a second sometimes, so maybe I should turn up the stream a little. Turn it up to 5,000. Now I'm getting excited for my birthday party too. As much as it sucks not having any real people coming over because of the lockdowns and all that, but I figured the game in Entropia, I set it up for the ultimate birthday present. Something that I've wanted in the game for, I don't know, years. So I was like, man, to think that I get to open that present for my birthday in the game, it'll be the biggest birthday party I've ever had. So I shouldn't be complaining. Now, that's the one thing that's really weird in history. When I looked back, I didn't know that in ancient history all the people used to be red-haired, right? Like, and then eventually we wiped them almost all out. Shouldn't laugh, it's mean, but... Hey, what's up, you? No, what is it? The red-haired population is like 1 to 3% or something, I can't remember, or 0.1, I don't even know. It's a very low percentage of the world population, and at one point everyone was almost red hairs. It's because it was Neanderthal genes, right? Apparently most of the Neanderthals had red hair too. Do I like red-haired babes? Not mostly. There's rare exceptions. I find what it is most of the women in my family have red hair, so I'm not really as attracted to redheads because it's a trait we already have strong in my family. No, my grandma's a redhead, my aunts are redheads, my cousins are redheads. My nephew was born a redhead, but his hair started to turn color a bit. I just got the green eyes. No, but occasionally I'll see a red-haired chick, because a lot of red-haired chicks don't all look alike. Like some have dark hair and some are more orangish red. I like the kind of redheads that don't have freckles. No, but it seems like in TV shows there's always a redhead that I'll end up falling for. Like, what is it? The one redhead from Scooby-Doo. She was hot. Back in my day, we used to buy drugs from gangs. Now we can just order our weed from the government. Oh, we used up all the attack times. That's why it's not going. That would explain everything. Oh yeah, I should really say hi to everyone in the, whatchamacallit, the guild chat. I don't know, I kind of got over categorizing women as just like all blondes are the same or all brunettes are the same. It's kind of a weird thing to be that obsessed by putting people in categories. I try to think if everyone could be their own person. Although those blondes, no, I'm just kidding. Sometimes I make fun of blondes in Entropia community because they're from Sweden. So I like to make fun of the guys and say they're a little bit slow. I think it's so fair to make fun of them because they got lots of blonde hair babes around, so I'm sure they can take a joke. Now I find that weird. Sometimes I go onto the online dating things. Ah, he lost. You son of a bitch. Should have known. What a loser. Now I noticed some girls can be really specific about what type of guys they'll date. Like they'll already have it in their profile that they'll only date, like say like Portuguese guys or something. And like, doesn't that seem like kind of like reverse racism in a way? To already have it set in your mind that you only plan to date a certain race. I remember this one girl, she was putting in her profile, she was going on and on about, won't mention any names, I don't think I did know her name, but yeah, she was going on that there was one group of guys that she would never date no matter what. And then she started listing everything she hates about them. I was like, oh my god. Guess who it was? She would never date Croatian guys. She's like, she hates Croatians with a passion. It's funny because I know a few Croatian families and some of them are a little bit different to say the least. I wouldn't go on to say that I hate them. That's hilarious. Now my one friend who is Croatian said that he used to make fun of his whole Croatian family for being Croatians and acting so Croatian. Now and then I almost dated a Croatian girl once, but yeah, a little bit of the same thing. The Croatian personality was a little bit too much for me. But I couldn't believe that she wrote a whole dating profile telling everyone about how much she hates Croatians. You think you would just like not date someone if they were Croatian? Not go out of your way to tell everyone how much you hate them. Yeah, maybe she got dumped by a Croatian. I don't know what it was. Now, I found Croatians can be a little bit full of themselves, but that could be a good trait to have. Like, even our French people in Canada have that to a certain degree. And I think that it's better than always being a pushover. Not that you want to be like full of yourself and be a jackass about it, but there's got to be a balance in there, happy medium somewhere. Now, I used to worry sometimes too about the multiracial couples and about how they would end up, their kids would always be picked on and teased. But even nowadays, I don't think that's as much of an issue because really, almost all the families that you'll meet in schools are multiracial these days, so it's not like you'd get teased for that anymore. Maybe to a certain degree. I noticed that, like, one of my or not one of my families, one of my neighbors, it's like they're a multiracial couple, and one of the families just didn't agree with it, so much so that they shunned them. I was like, man, that's pretty severe. Oh yeah, I remember the one wedding I went to too. It was like a royal family getting married to another family from India, and the family from India didn't want anything to do with them. I was kind of surprised at that. So maybe Indian people are a little bit strict culturally still in some places. Especially to marrying into royalty. You think like, man, sure it's not exactly the same race that you were hoping for, but it's still royalty. Like, what the hell? You're gonna turn your back on them. It's like, geez. Now, I think, what is it? Some countries still have arranged marriages. But sometimes I wonder, with how high are divorce rates, if maybe arranged marriages weren't the worst idea. Alright, so let's check out the chat and see what's happening in the guild. Holy man, there's a lot of messages in the chat. Oh, Pepe the Frog's here. Hey Pepe, don't worry, we started the show a little bit late again. It's actually still going into the yellow occasionally. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. The good old days of live streaming. That's why I started to like doing the show offline recording, because man, having a pause button for every time the game crashes was nice. Alright, so I don't have much of a backup team, or no backup team really. So I'll have to refresh this. The stream broke for Meg. Who's Meg? Is that another YouTuber? I'm hoping it's just something to do on YouTube's end, because I didn't change any of my settings, and last time it worked, so I'm like, fuck, I just wanted to leave the same settings. But if I can't leave the same settings, that's gonna suck balls. Not in a good way. Yeah, today was a little bit of a sad day too because it was my buddy's birthday who passed earlier in the year, back in May. But it was nice to see his family posted a little memorial for him on his Facebook. Nah, he was going to turn 95 this year, so he was an older guy. But he was really into gaming, so that's how I knew him. He was an Entropia addict like me. No, we were best friends in the game for I don't know how many years. I guess must have been close to 10 years. No, it's funny, when I was recording the Entropia game earlier and mentioning him, all of a sudden the loot started to get better in the game. I'm like, oh, maybe it's Beamer looking down from above, helping change the loot in my favor. Nah, I feel bad for his account, man. Like, he spent so much money investing money into that game. Thousands every year. And he really could have cashed out big time, but he died and all of his items in his account will go with him. Yeah, even seniors can game too. What it was he was looking after his wife who was disabled. Kind of similar situation to me and my uncle. But anyways, he was looking after his wife and he couldn't leave her bedside either for like more than a few hours. So he always had to be around. So what he would do is play Entropia to kill the time. Now, he liked to gamble and go to casinos, so playing Entropia was very similar to it for him, even though they say that Entropia is not gambling. I don't know, if I had to rate how similar it is to gambling, I'd say it's about 70% the same. So they can somewhat say it's not the same. What they did is they set up the crafting terminals in the game so that when you're buying materials and ingredients to craft, it costs a lot to buy the materials, but when you craft, you could get a loot back that gives you a higher return than what you paid in. But usually, just like a casino, shut up! It's very rare. Almost 99% of the time, you spend more on materials than you actually get back crafting. Now, that's how I figure I'm going to save gaming as my big retirement plan. I'll try not to do it hardcore all the time. Hour or two a day. Now, you really got to take advantage of your youth and do everything you can outside while you still can before you end up in an old folks home. It's like we're all facing prison when we get older. People are going to put us in old folks' homes, and they're going to have fucking virus outbreaks. So you might as well try to take advantage of your youth while you can. Can you imagine you're stuck in an old folks' home, against your will, and the place you're stuck in has virus outbreaks and the people are dropping like flies? It's kind of scary to think what happens when you get older in our society. Like, we watched that movie, what is it, Logan's Run? They thought it was so bad in that movie whenever you turn 40 or 30, whatever it was, then they kill you off for being old. It's like, God, it's almost like we're doing that, except instead of killing the people off, we put them in old folks' homes once they reach a certain age. Well, it's all good, Pepe. If you want to donate, you don't have money, I got a way everyone can do it. I almost forgot. Thanks for reminding me. So you just go over here into the links below. and you open the free Bitcoin casino, and this is the most trusted online Bitcoin casino on the entire internet, like 7 years of history of not ripping people off. So you go over here once you've signed up using the affiliate link, and you click free Bitcoin, and you get a free spin every hour. And since you signed up, see, it went up a little bit there. I should have read the numbers, but it went up, trust me. And that's what I got right now, is over 53 people are helping the show do these free spins every hour. And how it works is I get some referral Bitcoin every time you spin, and I also get some referral points, and those are building up for rewards. And once your account gets high enough from gambling and stuff, you can bet it or just keep saving it. Eventually get an interest rate. The interest rate will start paying out too. The only thing is, maybe that Bitcoin casino only works in some countries, but so far every country I've recommended to, they've been able to use it. Who knows, maybe in China and stuff it could be banned. I don't know, I'll have to check into that. Oh yeah, the donate button is missing from my live streams because I haven't hit 1,000 viewers yet. As soon as I get 1,000, then I can start adding the, what is it, super chat button. Oh yeah, I also got the Patreon link in there. There's someone who's already helping with $1 a month. That's pretty sweet. I promised I was going to set up new stuff in the Patreon, and I did try it a little bit, but to be honest, I am not very good at programming Patreon, so I'll have to work on that. It mentioned something about being able to give files out to people if they sign up, but I couldn't find any place to upload files, so I'll have to try to figure that out more. Now, once I start getting the show going too, I'll do some cool giveaways. I got a whole ton of prototypes of my invention. Not the hash funnel, the one that I use here on the Vaporizer all the time. So I'm probably going to give away some of those on the show for live streams. Yeah, I think once I get 1,000 subs, then I have to apply to be monetized, and if they accept the application, then I get the donate button. Now, I have been monetized on YouTube in the past before, but that was when they had the old requirements, so it was a lot easier to become monetized. So I do have $1 already saved up in ad revenue, and it still saved it all this time. No, it's not even the greatest for opening up fake accounts on YouTube because it has some sort of algorithm that deletes them. So I noticed my subscriber count sometimes will go up like 100 or 2, and then all of a sudden they'll vanish because the algorithm will just detect that they were fake. So it does make it go up temporarily, but I don't think temporary gain is worth it. It's kind of like false hope. Boy, last night when I drank that booze and it flushed whatever was in my system out, that was great. I got a little bit of a headache, but man, it reset my energy levels. If it wasn't for my back being so sore today, I would have kept doing my sit-up routine. Maybe it's something to do with the moon cycles. I heard too that there was some sort of energy shift happening recently, right? I think the only thing that stresses me out these days is when I turn on the news and hear more about the lockdowns. I know in cases like New Zealand, I guess the lockdown worked there, but every other country it's been a disaster, so I was kind of surprised because in the beginning in my country in Canada, they kept saying we were going to do the herd immunity plan. So I don't know what happened. Someone gave the word that herd immunity wasn't allowed anymore. And we had to stop fucking going to get herd immunity. Like they kept calling it like, what was it? Flatten the curve. Yeah, they're like, as long as we can get the hospitals to keep up with everyone getting immunity, then we're good to go. But then all of a sudden they stopped that plan. Maybe the casualties did get too high at one point, I don't know. One of my mom's friends has it right now, and she talks to her for hours on the phone. So now I'll start to get to hear some first-hand information, well I guess second-hand, about what it's like to have it. And they're saying too that most people get it differently. I know one lady who's in the hospital for it, she got it bad. And I think that's the only other people I know that have had it. But who knows, maybe the lockdown approach was the right way and it's just no pain, no gain. Try to see both sides of the coin. And really, it does sound like the ideal solution. Like if everyone could just avoid getting the virus, then it'd be easy. Just no one has to get it, right? I don't know, I think we can pull off the victory here. Well, Pepe the Frog, one of his messages got restricted. Yeah, just be careful. I should say it too. It's like all the things we mention on this show about the virus don't always agree with the official World Health Organization. What the fuck? Why is my whole team just dying? What the fuck? He didn't even hit anyone. Oh, Pepe removed it. That's what happened. Well, that sucked balls. Fuck. I thought for sure we were gonna win because we only had one hero to beat and he's almost fucking dead. For God's sakes, my whole team dropped like fucking flies. What the fuck's with that shit? All the tanks that are supposed to be heavier on health too. What I could have did is went out and switched everyone's armor over, but fuck man, it takes forever. Monkey King is like crime fighter. Oh, his poison, is that what it was? Yeah, cause man, it seemed like my whole team was dying there and I wasn't even getting hit. It was like, what the fuck? Oh well, try to see the bright side. We're almost up to 80 purples. It's pretty good. Yeah, what is the new hero I'm going for? Oh, it's Kim. I was hoping it was Fat Chili. Alright, so I guess maybe next thing we'll do is we'll try a dungeon battle. See how that'll work. I might as well sweep it. Normally I wait till I'm on a gold stage, but I can't even make it to gold. This is not going well. Alright, Monkey King needs nerf. From Pepe the Frog. Suki put, he is old red, never got nerf. Come on, didn't even heal Crime Fighter, what the fuck? Come on! Didn't even get a chance to go. What the fuck, man? So I gotta do is maybe swap her to a different position so she lives a bit longer. Put in Trump in the second position, he could take the beating. Or Frankenstein. Man, that was a brutal match. Alright, we'll try it one more time. Before we do, let's get a quick message from the sponsor. Today's Dungeon Mayhem is brought to you by Crack! Crack! It'll fuck you up. Alright, welcome back everyone. Let's try changing the team up. Like I said, maybe if I put Frankenstein in there, you can get a little bit more action. Yeah, never buy the products from my sponsor. Crack is definitely not good for you. Yes, drugs are bad. No, I'm a bit of a hypocrite because I do like weed, but every other drug I'm not much of a fan of. I've seen it kill too many people. Yeah, it's good. Make sure you stay away from drugs, especially when you're a kid. If you do drugs when you're a kid, it'll definitely fuck you up. Even worse than an adult. You can see what it even does to adults, right? Now, when I was a kid and we used to play in the arcades, what they would do is they'd play a message, and it would say, "You lose." And then it said, "Only losers use drugs." I was kind of thinking, well, is that kind of accusing all the kids of being drug users then? It's like, you are a loser, and losers use drugs. Like, fuck, I lost. Does this mean I have to go buy a joint? Yeah, addiction's the worst. Ice Wizard asks, Suki the Chief is Barney Stenson. Yeah, the name thing is throwing off a bunch of people. How I Met Your Mother. Alright, so which one should I be going to next? Did I already do all the guild action? How is this possible? I must have skipped quite a bit. Yeah, that is all complete. Alright, Hand of Midas, 2 arenas. Go to the cross server first because it's the easiest. Yeah, all the actors in Hollywood are gay. Maybe not all. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, Barney put the gays are hot. Yeah, I guess in some cases they are. No, a lot of lesbian chicks are pretty hot. It's like dating vegans, trying to convert them to meat. Oh, school got canceled. Yeah, that sucks. Hey, my arena battles are finally reset. It was easy to finish them all. I was gonna say, because the arena battles I were in were getting so intense. It's like I have to beat level 4 million players. Alright, so I have to consume a hero. That's an easy one. Yeah, you don't want to try to raise Hellraiser kids, right? I don't know, sometimes maybe I was a bad influence on my nephew and he gets into a lot of trouble these days. A little bit better than he used to. Gotta give him credit for that. Alright, so who should I boost up? Let's do the main guys. Alright, that was a huge boost. Next we'll try the gene bank one, because it looks like it's going to be a while for the next one. Yeah, 43 hours. Lucky I didn't waste too many scrolls when I went for Crime Fighter, and at least I succeeded and got Crime Fighter and Robin. It's pretty wild. Both heroes I needed badly. So just doing a partial event wasn't so bad. So Pepe the Frog says something about changing the view. I was wondering that too. Is there a way that you can zoom out the camera? I could have swore I remembered that. So like you could zoom out and see more of the map at once. It's got a fucking giant screen. Doesn't need to be huge icons. Now, I bet you with how big my monitor is now, I could fit the entire thing on the screen. It would fit no problem. Alright, so 2 ordinary clones, that's the only thing left. So, for the end of the show, I'll just be battling a little bit more of the dungeon. See what kind of process we can make in it. Or was there any other battles? I don't think there is. I even made it to the gold chest and failed. Fuck man, so close. That's a real piss off. Now the other thing I was happy about, today we had our 140 km/h windstorm day. We usually get 1 or 2 of those each year. Usually destroys my greenhouses. This year it destroyed the wind screens, pulled them down, but the greenhouse itself remained intact, I believe. I'll have to go check it tomorrow and see. But it's a more heavy duty greenhouse and I wrapped it in a tarp, so it's greenhouse plus tarp. hoping that would be enough to withstand the storm. Moriarty is first and Tengu is second. Yeah, I've heard a lot about this Moriarty. He was big in Star Trek Next Generation. One of the best end bosses. He was the bad guy that would fight Sherlock Holmes, right? I forget what Moriarty's ability was. Wasn't he super smart or something? The evil genius. Alright, thanks for the like, everyone. Maybe we can get it up to 2 or 3 likes by the end of the show tonight. That'd be cool. Maybe there is and they just haven't registered them yet. I don't know, YouTube calls my viewers congruent now. What is a congruent viewer? Or concurrent? Oh, there we go. Made it up to 3 likes. Thanks, guys. That was pretty sweet. So I guess that is why YouTubers always remind people to like videos. What kind of weird experiment was that? Now we're coming close to just under the 10-minute mark of the show, so if anyone's got any extra questions they want to ask or comments about what's happening in the game soon. Did anyone else have luck and finish the whole scroll event? So Joe's here, and he put, no, second is Sekhmet. And then Joe put, Maple, I miss you. Then Suki put, oh heck, ha 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 ha. Alright, so we'll have to try another battle, see if I can pull off anything better. Maybe try switching that. Maybe that'll do it. Alright, we're up to 4 likes, guys. Thanks. These live streams are getting more and more popular. Now I swear I'll keep working on the YouTube channel. Make sure I get my vlogging series going once the new gear arrives. Oh, Joe is ninja. Whoops, we weren't supposed to say that, I guess. I don't know, I tried doing online identities too, and I just made mine my middle name. Thanks, Joe. Now, I figured my middle name, Judson, is pretty weird, so why not make it my YouTube name? Yeah, this battle isn't so bad. We actually did a little damage to them this time. We need someone else to pack more of a punch. I should bring that lightning guy in. What new famous person would I like to see added to clone evolution? Seems like every time I think of one, they already have them. Yeah, maybe one of the Magi. I don't know who would be a popular one. Zoroaster, I guess. Or is he already in it? Yeah, he's not really that famous. Unless you count the world's oldest religion. Joe Biden. Yeah, that'd be a funny character. He'd be like, come on! Come on! Now, I kind of want to see Joe Biden go into these debates in other countries and just heckle them with that over and over again, see if it'll work. Maybe that is what we needed. Someone should just go in there and be like, come on, guys, come on! Come on! Yeah, spam bot. It was neat seeing Spambot show up in the Hunger Games. Doctor Who from the Time Lord. Yeah, I haven't watched Doctor Who yet. I've seen lots of people do costumes for it in Toronto. They had a big I used to attend big conventions. They had Star Trek, Star Wars, Stargate, basically any science fiction. Yeah, it'd be interesting if Joe Biden comes in and locks the whole country down for like a good 2 months, and then it actually fixes the virus and the economy and everything. That'd be a pretty wild, bold plan. Maybe it will work. I don't know, another stimulus check could probably do it, right? I think in the States they were lucky that they just gave everyone money and it didn't count and they didn't have to pay it back. That's the weird thing about Canada. Only certain people qualified and a lot of people have to pay it all back anyways. So all this time off, we're just losing money. Clint Eastwood would be cool. Yeah, he'd be a cool one to see. I know for me, I didn't really watch many westerns. But Clint Eastwood's movies have always looked good on The Simpsons. Oh, Joe is single. Taking notes. I'm just kidding. Now it's going to be weird this year having a Christmas where no one's allowed to visit people for Christmas. Is everyone still going to do gifts? And just give the gifts to people? That'll be the new Christmas. You don't even meet your family. You just give them gifts and then say goodbye. Hey, Pepe's back. He had to do something. Welcome back. Only a few minutes to spare. Actually, it is the hour mark right now. So I'll have to wrap it up at the end of this battle. Man, it's gonna be so hard to beat this dungeon floor. I can't see myself beating it until I get a new hero or something. Maybe I can boost someone or something. Yeah, it says his armor can be equipped. Oh yeah, I got the new armor. That's sick. I figured there was something I was forgetting to do. Won that armor right at the beginning of the show and forgot about it. Fuck man, I'm so low on these. Don't even have enough to go to 4 stars. I gotta disassemble some shit. Alright, let's get the 70 and 80 shit going. I would merge it together with other pieces, but man, that costs too much in supplies too. Alright, let's try that. Maybe I have enough to actually boost his armor now. Won't bother with the 100 shit because we'll be cranking it up soon to 110 anyways. Alright, so that's what we'll finish the show on. Hopefully tomorrow's action. Maybe we'll be getting closer and closer to the November event, or do they do a Thanksgiving one? Does anyone know? Does the game do a Thanksgiving event? Turkeys or something? That'd be cool. Alright, so I'll wrap up the show. Oh shit, we're already an hour and 3 minutes in. Alright. Alright, so I'll give everyone in the chat actually a shout out before we wrap up. So we can see that we had Barney in the chat. What's up, Q? Pepe the Frog. Ice Wizard. Ice Wizard. Oh yeah, and then Joe. Oh, and Wizard the Board Time Lord. It's like, holy shit, everyone was here tonight, it seems. Just about everyone. Yeah, that was really sick. Thanks, guys. Right, so yeah, we'll wrap up the show. If anyone wants to help out with Patreon, I got the link for that. Society 6 Finishing Quick is my specialty merchandise. Comes on t-shirts and bed sheets. Also very popular with the ladies. That saying, that gets them every time. Hideout TV is the one where you can get paid to watch videos like YouTube, except they pay out not only to the creators, but also the viewers get some of the ad revenue. And Fire Stick TV app, apparently it probably pays out the most. I'm going to try installing that today. I just remembered I got everything on my Shield working, so I should try that next. Right, what else is there? Swag Bucks, it's like air miles, but they pay you out Amazon gift cards. GameKit, oh yeah, it's for shopping online. GameKit will pay you to be a gamer. Free Bitcoin is that free lottery I was showing. Anyone who doesn't have the money to help out with the show in any other ways, you can always do it on the free Bitcoin. Those free spins help me every time you do one. Right, and also the virtual mate sex machine, that's for adults and men only, but if ladies need a sex machine, they know who to call. I'm just kidding. No, but for real, we are coming into harder times with lockdown, no pun intended. So this product is for real. It's not a joke. They even have one here. Haven't opened it yet, but you never know as this lockdown goes. We'll see how long we can last. Alright, so let's wrap up the show on that note. If you happen to get any of the red scrolls in your vaporizer and it tastes like shit, then give the show a dislike. But if that doesn't happen, you can give the show a like. I really appreciate it. And just make sure you never buy the products from my sponsor, because it will ruin your life. Bye for now, everyone. See you later.